This is a pretty tiny space, and
yeah.
both of you are okay with that. You both live in this. Today we're going to do a van tour of Mike and Stephanie. Hi guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. Well, thank you for allowing us to see your van, your humble home today.
Absolutely.
You want to tell us a little bit about your van?
Well, it's a 2016 Ram ProMaster City. It has about 85,000 miles on it now. We got it with about 1,800 on it. It has a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder with a 9-speed automatic and manual transmission. We put some AT tires on it to kind of get us through some of the rougher places, and a skid plate on the front when we get into those wild terrains. So I've kind of taken a van and tried to push it as close to an overland vehicle as we can. I kind of plan on putting a little lift kit on it here soon, and a little bit bigger tires, and kind of give us a little bit more clearance. But most of the people out here kind of don't have it set up as kind of more of an off-roady vehicle. Up top we have plenty of storage and an ARB awning that kind of pulls out here to a full room. Okay. We have a floor and screen, and that's where we can take an outdoor shower with our instant-on hot water heater right here.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's really convenient.
This one, actually, the hot water heaters come in a couple of different brands. We went with the Camp Chef because we have the Camp Chef stove and oven combo, and we really like that. And for the past 4 years out here on the road, it's worked perfectly for us. So we went ahead and got the same brand and the hot water heater. And again, this has not let us down in any way, shape, or form. We have it connected to the sink, so when we have the sink, I can do hot or cold water.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll actually just wash my hair in the sink, so that's really nice. But we do have the option for the outdoor shower.
Okay.
And
That's
this
cool.
actually, this 8-foot shower head and hose came with the hot water heater. That wasn't extra.
Now you guys did most of the work on this yourselves, correct? You didn't have anybody else do it for you.
We did all the work ourselves.
Okay.
The only thing that we did not do and we paid somebody else to do is tint our windows. Like on the back here, we have a nice limo tint. Thank you, Glenn. We love our tints.
Right. Well, that's the only thing we had anyone else do. I built the rack system. There's also lights on each side that we come in late at night to a campsite, we can kind of make it daylight outside and go ahead and set up camp.
I have to say, this is a pretty tiny space, and both of you are okay with that. You both live in this,
Yep,
correct?
It's 38 square feet.
Do you mind if I take a look on the inside?
Take a look on the inside. Hop in there if you would like.
Okay, now this is your bed.
Yourself at home, yes.
Wow.
And those are Gore-Tex fabrics, so it's waterproof, stain-proof material, kind of like what the military uses on their BDU pants. Ripstop proof. Oven and stove right there package, and a really deep sink here that's really deep with a strainer built in it.
Okay.
Which is really nice to be able to put a huge pot in there and
be able to do a load of dishes.
Load of dishes
and
very
small
easily.
Because it's only me and Mike, so we only have like 2 plates or 2 bowls or anything like that. And Sheldon is the star of the channel. So
we had shown Sheldon on the other part of the video, on the previous video. So, he seems to be happy in here.
He loves his tank.
Okay.
Yes, that is one of the things that we wanted to change on the remodel. Before, you couldn't see him in his tank, so this one, we kind of made it like a feature. You could definitely see him in his tank.
Okay.
We also have a refrigerator and a freezer, and they both slide out of the bed, underneath the bed.
This is it right here?
Yeah, those
Mind
two
if I
things.
check it out?
Yeah. Just grab a hold of it and pull it out if you'd like, and they just pull out on slides, see?
Oh, wow.
And a pretty good sized refrigerator and freezer.
I've never seen anything like these before out there. Okay. I don't know how to
do a little shuffle whenever the freezer.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Wow, and this is more than enough space that you need to put your food in.
I
A
think so.
It's funny, we've actually talked to a couple of our friends who stay in RVs, and they have stories about all their stuff in the fridge falling out, and we've never actually had that problem because we have the chest kind of fridge and freezer, so all of our stuff is kind of stacked in it. We've never had a problem with anything falling over, but we do have to carry 6 gallons of water with us.
So I was just going to ask,
water.
6 gallons.
Yep.
6 gallons of this is our drinking water.
Okay.
And then the toilet here also provides another 5 gallons of water that you would normally flush the toilet, but we don't flush it. We actually take our hose from our pump, put it in there, and use that water as a shower. So I'll put any kind of water from a water hose or anything in this. I only put drinking water in this, but we put in a Brita water filtration system too, because you never know what kind of water you're going to get out here. So I did put in a Brita filter. It's about $60, but a nice little upgrade to a water pump system is a nice pump and water purifier. So that kind of helps, and that's tucked away in the back in there. We have a smart TV, 24-inch.
Okay.
And above it, we have surveillance cameras that record 24/7 and send to the cloud. And I can kind of sit here and watch the surveillance while I'm watching TV. And there are 4 cameras all the way around the rig.
Cabinet for storage.
Okay, that's your storage.
Electronics in there, because we seem to have a lot of wires and chargers and
all
extra
the
battery
cameras
packs and little remotes. And
So you guys live pretty simply, and you guys are happy.
Yeah.
we definitely tried. This is my pantry, and we keep all of our cooking stuff and our dry foods in there and things like that. And down here is our bread box, and where I keep all of our dishes. And right here is where all of our dirty clothes go and miscellaneous things like that. And we even use our oven for storage. This is where I have 2 cast iron pans and 2 cookie sheets, and that's what I do a lot of my cooking with, is those cast iron pans. A lot of people do ask us, where do we store all of our clothes? And we actually store them in here. This is actually our dresser, and when you see we have other little bags with mesh netting, and that's so we can roll them up and then put it in that mesh netting bag, and that bag allows all the air to come out, and you can really squeeze the clothes airtight behind there. So all the clothes Mike and I have are behind this cabinet, so that's really nice.
Wow. Now, how much solar do you guys have? You power this thing with solar.
We have a 305-watt solar panel that's 36 volts. It's basically a home panel, and it comes down into a charge controller, then goes into 4 125 amp hour AGM batteries for a total of 500 amp hours. And it will kind of spin around to the corner here of the van, and you'll be able to see all the solar gear on the side.
And again,
Charge controller and our inverter, our master switch and fuses and everything are right here.
You did all this yourself?
Yeah, we did all this ourselves. I like to be able to understand all of these systems, and that's why I built them all ourselves, even by putting in a little outdoor plug, a little, if you plug into shore power, I can just plug it in.
So you can't plug into shore power
if you needed to? I can plug in
to.
if needed to, and the van would run on shore power. And all of these systems, we really just did them ourselves, from the plumbing, the propane, and the electrical. So if something happens, I understand how I did it, and I can go back and trace it and fix it.
If there was any kind of advice you would give anybody out there, anybody who's thinking about doing this, what would it be?
Start off by figuring out what you really need, because a lot of the things that you think you need on the road, you don't. And you're gonna find that out as you go down the road. And that's kind of like we purge a lot to keep in this small space. And if we don't use it in a couple of weeks or a month, it gets thrown away. And a lot of these things that you purchase, kind of see if what meaning it has. And can it be used in 2 or 3 different
We
applications?
try not to buy anything that has one sole purpose, and we try not to buy anything with like a purpose of it just looks nice. But
Why we have such a small rig is to be able to get into all the little places and have the good gas mileage. We get anywhere from 25, 26 miles to the
Wow.
gallon in this, and that allows our dollar to go a little bit further.
So overall, you guys are happy.
We
yeah,
are.
we love it because this lifestyle in this van allows us to go to a lot of different places that we couldn't in a big rig. And the best part about coming out here on the road and seeing these places and going to all these places is also the people you meet. And we have met so many great, wonderful people out here, and you're out here and you're all doing kind of the same thing. So you all have the same basic interests and hobbies, and you meet a lot of lifelong friends out here on the road because they're doing what you want to do, and all these experiences that you have out here are really once in a lifetime. And it's, you know, that's kind of one of the things about this lifestyle is I tell people it doesn't matter how long it took you or why it brought you out here on the road. All that matters is that you're out here, you're doing it, and you're having fun.
You guys have a YouTube channel,
We
Yes.
do.
Van Life Sheldon's Travels.
Yep.
Yes, and
Okay.
Sheldon is our yellow belly slider turtle, as you've seen in his tank.
Okay, guys, we'll put a link to that channel at the
Thank
bottom
you.
here,
Very
and
much.
I just want to thank you guys for showing us your humble home.
Oh,
Thanks so much
absolutely,
for-
anytime.
All right.